Keep your eyes closed. Don't open it. With your eyes closed, you see where your mind is wandering. If it is wandering somewhere, probably half of the mind is still thinking about the breakfast. You tell the mind, come back, I need you here. If it's thinking about your project work, don't worry, it's going to happen fine. But you ask the mind to give full attention here for whatever we are going to do. So ask your mind, come back. And if you are a little excited, what are we going to do? Candles are there in front of us. And if you are excited, you remember what we did in the morning? Stillness. So you say, calm down, stillness. Slow down, stillness. And once your mind has come back, all your excitement have settled down, and your body is already beginning to move around a little bit. Oh, yahan kuch dard ho raha hai, yahan not, position is not okay. I think you are ready to open your eyes. And when you open your eyes, your mind is with you, your emotions are settled down, body is already here. That's a nice thing with the body. You tell it to sit someplace, it sits for at least 1 hour, if not more. But can you say the same thing to your mind? You be here, I want all of you. It goes away after 5 minutes, right? You start thinking about something, about the Kung Fu Panda movie or the presentation. It keeps wandering. Same happens with emotions also. It's always jumping around like a monkey, right? Oh, I don't know what is going to happen. Yeah, chai. No, this is not there. No popcorn. They should have given a good popcorn. Something or the other thing is jumping around inside, right? So we are asking it to settle down. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. But before I tell the story, we are going to do something. You can start lighting the candle. As you start lighting, you can switch off the tube lights too. Slogans, and then we will start.
Rise, transcend thyself, thou art man, and the whole nature of man is to become more than himself. Sri Aurobindo. If you only do what you can do, you'll never be better than you are. Kung Fu Panda, Master Shifu.
We can switch off the light. So, the people who are there farthest to me, you can already see me, right? Only those here, you can turn around and face me until we finish with the story, and then once we finish with the story, then we will move on. So, the story begins in America, alright? And when does this happen? About 300 years back, long time back, right? There was one champion archer. Have you heard of archery?
Yes, sir.
Anybody here does archery?
Yes,
What do you do in archery?
sir.
Okay, no sir. Fine? Shivda is fine? I'm not a sir, huh? Okay.
Sir, it's
Light
like
ke, huh?
sir, it's like a shooting, but with an arrow.
With a bow and an arrow.
On the object, on the target.
So there will be a target. You have to fix the bow and arrow in it, and then shoot and hit the target. And there is a Olympic level competition also, it's there, right? And if you know, it's a very high level sophisticated sports. So there was one person, his name was Christopher. What is it?
Christopher.
Now Christopher was a champion archer. Okay? Can everybody see me? Right. This also can be switched off. So he has been champion, national level champion for 3 continuous years. It's not easy to be champion for 3 continuous years, and it is an achievement by itself because he was so perfect with his archery. You give him a target, bow and arrow, and whatever is the distance he is going to shoot and hit the target. Okay? Now this Christopher, what he did was, when he became the champion for a 3rd time, nobody has become champions for 3 years continuously. So when he became a champion, now all the people, big people in America wanted to honor him. So they have a party in his name. So almost everything that you can think of was there, and there was a lot of people assembled in a hall like this. No, just to honor him, to tell him that, Baba, you have done a fantastic job. No, 3-time champion, the 2 national champion, not Chotumotu competition champion. So then, when everybody was assembled, they had a nice khana, and then they wanted Christopher to give a speech. No, say something nice, and we all want to know what is the secret of your success. Aajkal puchte hai na, somebody does something, so we go and ask him what is the secret. But hardly there is any secret. It is actually finding a good method, practicing it nicely, and then become perfect in it. It takes a long time. Okay? So when Christopher came to speak to everybody, he said, and he was a little pumped up, puffed up. I am the best of the best. See, nobody has done it before me 3 times. I am the best and I can beat anybody, and this is how he came. So when he came, the way he walking was different because he was walking like this, because he's already 3 times champion, no? So when he comes, takes up the mic and see that, I have been practicing it so much that nobody has practiced like me. I am the best of the best. And I challenge everybody here that if any of you think you are better than me in archery, I challenge you right now here, you can come and compete with me. I can defeat you just like that. I am so good at it. So he was all puffed up and pumped up. And people were afraid to challenge him because he is a 3-time champion, no? But so everybody was keeping very quiet and very, very calm because they can't speak anything against this 3-time champion. But suddenly one person in a corner stood up and in a small voice he said, "Hey Christopher, I think there is one more person. He is also too good at archery. Probably he is better than you." And then he sat down. Now the moment Christopher said, "What? Better than me? Now don't sit down. Get up. Tell me who is this person. I want to challenge him and defeat him in front of every one of you." So the person who sat down, he got up like that. And then he said, "Oh, that cannot happen here because he's not here. He is somewhere in India." Okay. So Christopher said, "It doesn't matter. I will catch a flight and then go to India and flight or ship or whatever the fastest way, and I will challenge him. I will show the whole world that even this Indian person, he is no match for me. So give me his address." And he said, "This person lives in some corner of India. There is a big mountain in India. It's called Himalayas. You heard of Himalayas? It's one of the big mountains. How many have been to Himalayas? Oh, this is good. How did you go there? As part of family trekking?
Yes, sir.
Chardham?
Sir, I have gone to Kailash, Mansarovar and Udaipur.
That is why. And it is a very beautiful place. Not many people are there. It's not like our city here in Lucknow. So many people are there. No, here. There, only here and there a few people will be living. So Christopher said, he is living in the Himalayas. So tell me, in the Himalayas there are several mountains. So he tell me which mountain, and tomorrow itself I am going to go there. So he has all the money. So very quickly he came over to the Himalayas and that particular mountain, and he was asking for the person who is very good at archery. So the people guided him here and there, and finally he ends up in one edge of the mountain. When the mountain comes here, there is on the sides there is an edge. After that edge, it goes down probably thousands of feet before another mountain comes. So he came to a place which is at the edge of the mountain. Mountain means huge mountain. It's already very cold place. So he went there and asked everybody, where is the master of archery here? So everybody asked, "Oh, Fukuja is there and he has his own ashram. You go there, he will be there." So he comes asking a few people. He ends up at the ashram of Fukuja, Master Fukuja. Okay. So as soon as he comes inside the campus, suddenly one person comes running and then he says, "Namaste, Bhaiya. So what do you want? Can I help you in any way?" So he said, "I want to see Master Fukuja. Ask him to come here." So he says, "Well, if he can come inside, he will come and meet you." So he makes him comfortable, gives him chai, and within a few minutes, Master Fukuja comes. So he looks at him and says, "So I am the one whom you are looking for. What can I do for you?" So Christopher says, "I have come with one purpose, to challenge you in an archery competition. And no touching now. Here, focus here, right? I will tell you what to do with the candles later, after 5 minutes after the story. Now, Fukuja looks at him, says that you want to challenge me for what? Christopher says, I want to tell the whole world that I am the best of the best. So Fukuja says, only that? That I can now itself tell you, you are better than me. I have so much work to do. So you go, I even write it and give it to you, go. And then he gets up and walks away. Now Christopher is all shaking. Because if he goes back and tells this to everybody, they will say, what is the proof? And then they will say that, no, Christopher, you are cheating. You have not actually defeated the master. So Christopher says, master, don't go away. Now, I do want a challenge with you. And please say yes. So master looks up and down at him and says that, okay, you really want a competition? Fine. Tomorrow morning, you come to that edge of that cliff. And there we will have the competition. So Christopher says, fine. And then Christopher comes back. He looks for one place where he can stay, and then once he gets a place, he kind of spreads the word in that small village all around, telling everybody that everybody come to the edge of the cliff tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. because there is going to be a great competition and I am going to defeat your own master Fukuja. Please come to see how I am going to defeat him. So he tells everybody in that village. So the next day comes, sun rises, 6 o'clock. The entire village assembles at the edge of the cliff. And Christopher also comes with his bow and arrows, and Master Fukuja also comes. So both of them are standing there. Now all the village head, everybody is looking at him. What is the competition going to be? We know our Master Fukuja, he is very good. But who is this person who has come from America? He also looks very confident and very pumped up and charged up. Let us see what happens. So when Fukuja and Christopher comes, Christopher asks, okay, Master Fukuja, tell me what is the competition? Whatever is the competition, I can defeat you. So Master Fukuja says, we are standing at the cliff. Do you see that mountain which is a little far away and there is a deep depth that is between these two mountains? And it so happened that between these two mountains, there is a connecting bridge. You know the hanging bridge where all the wooden planks are there and they have connected that mountain with this mountain, but nobody has actually been going to that mountain. So for the last 200 years, nobody has used that bridge. So the bridge has almost falling apart and it is not safe to walk on that bridge. So Fukuja says, on the other mountain, can you see one tree there? He says, there is, I see it's an apple tree that is there. So Fukuja says, on top of the tree, can you see a big apple, nice red color big apple? So Christopher says, yes, I can see it. So Fukuja says, that is our target. Whoever hits the apple with the arrow is the winner and this is the challenge. So Christopher looks at it because the mountain is far away. And he knows whenever you go for an archery, there is always a range. You know, if it is within, for example, 200 meters, you can actually do it. But if it is more than that, you can't shoot the arrow with accuracy. No, you don't have that kind of a power. No human being has. So when Christopher looks at it, he finds that it is little out of range. And he looks, if he has to get inside the range, he will have to get into that bridge and probably take 10 steps and then it comes within the range, he can shoot. So anything within that 200 meter range, he is master, he is too good at it. So he looks at it and says, okay, I can do that. So he picks up his bow, picks up 2 of his arrow, and then he starts walking. He comes very near to the bridge and slowly he looks at the bridge. It's already very old. No, for 200 years nobody has used it. And it is a high mountain. No, there is a wind also going on. In that wind, the whole bridge is moving and swaying. So looking at it, something inside got a little afraid. My God, what will happen if I slip and fall down? Then it is bye-bye to America. I can't even go back to America. Only my dead body will go. So what will I do? So he looks at it and you're going to keep on. So he says, let me try because so many people are looking at it. I don't want to say that I can't. So he takes 1 foot and then puts it on the first wooden plank in that bridge. And as soon as he puts it, one wind comes. Whoosh, and then the entire bridge sways. He loses his balance and he puts down his foot a little harder, and suddenly the first wooden plank, it's already very old, 200 years old, it breaks down and it falls down thousands of feet down. He can't even see where it is falling down. Already inside, everything is shaky. My God, he said, this is not a competition. Master Fukuja is trying to kill me. This is his plan. So he says, what can I do? He says, this is not worth it. I think I will have to slowly give up this competition. It's not a fair competition. You can't try to kill somebody in the competition. But when he puts his leg back and looks back, all the villagers are looking at him. What is he going to do? So he doesn't feel like telling everybody that, no, I am afraid. So somehow he gets a little bit of courage. He says, I just have to take 10 steps. Then this will be within range. I can shoot it. So with all the courage, he comes back once again to that bridge. He puts one leg, one wooden plank is already gone. So he puts his leg on the second one, holds on to the side rail, and already he is shaking all over. Slowly, he takes the second leg also and then puts it. Once again, a second wind comes and everything inside him is swaying here and there. Finally, he says, Baba, this cannot happen and I will kill myself if I take one more step. Something fails because it's too shaky. So he suddenly jumps out and he says, everybody, please listen. This is not a fair competition, and anybody who walks it, nobody can walk it if this is very, very old and about to fall away. So I'm not going to go. And if Fukuja wants, he can go on top of it and then meet the challenge. Then I will accept him that yes, he is better than me. So Fukuja says, oh, is that it? Fine, I will do it. So he goes, he picks up his bow and arrow calmly, and he goes very close to the bridge and he puts one leg on it and puts his hand on the rails that are there, closes his eyes and stays there for just 10 seconds. So the wind came and everybody were watching and they saw that this bridge was not moving. It was so still. And then Master Fukuja opened his eyes. He took his second step, third step, 10 steps, and the bridge was standing still. When he reached the 10th step, he took out his arrow, fixed on the bow, and then he was aiming at the apple. One shot, it hits bullseye, and the apple is smashed to pieces. And then Fukuja turns around and then walks back and then puts down the bow and arrow, and he said, are you satisfied now? And without arguing anything, he walks back to his ashram. All the villagers clap because our Master Fukuja is the winner, and everybody returns to their home. They say that what this American person who has come, he is not as good as our master, and everybody goes back home. But Christopher was stunned. How did he do it? I cannot do it. I want to know the secret. So he follows Master Fukuja all the way back to the ashram, and then finally he falls at the feet of Fukuja and says, no, Master. Now he calls him as Master, because previous day he was calling me as Master Fukuja, come here, do this. But now he says, Master Fukuja, how did you do it? Because I am better than you in all the technique, in number of trainings. I have joined and participated in more number of competition. You just come and then just like that you showed. I am better than you, and yet here you are better than me. What is the difference between, what is it in you which is not in me? And then Fukuja tells him the secret. He says, I have a friend inside me. So he said, inside? How can there be a friend inside? So what does this friend do? He says, every time I get in touch with him, when I ask him to become still, everything becomes still and all my capacities are maximum. They get to their maximum, and then whatever I do it the best. Today morning we saw it, no? When we slow down, when we become still, after that whatever we do can be the best. So he says, who is this friend inside? So what color is he? Is he too tall? Is too short? He says, no. And then he asks, so is it a boy or a girl or a man or a lady? What is the friend? How does he look like? He says, my friend is a flame. What is my friend? A flame. And when I keep my friend very, very steady, and I focus, concentrate, and when I open my eyes, as long as I am connected with this flame, my friend, I can do anything in the bestest way. So he said, how do you get in touch with him? Can you send him an email, text, SMS? How do you get in touch with him? He says, for that, you come to me, join my ashram, I will teach you the technique. And 300 years back, Christopher joins Master Fukuja's ashram, and he learns the secret technique of getting in touch with a flame friend. And that technique, somehow we got hold of it. And I'm going to share this technique with you on how do we get in touch with the flame friend who is inside. Where is the flame friend? Master Fukuja said, somewhere inside the heart. We don't know, because you close your eyes, do you see the flame friend? No. But do you see a flame friend outside of you, sitting in front of you? Is there? It is there right in front of you. So first we will make this flame our friend before we can make that inside wala flame our friend. And that is what we are going to do in the next little few minutes. Half an hour, 1 hour, we don't know. Can this be switched off, please? So I'm going to ask all of you to turn around and face it. Remember, what we are going to do in this is we have to make this flame our friend. How do you become friends with anybody? Suppose as he is doing, what is your name? Suryansh. So like Suryansh, let us say I want to become friends with her. So what Suryansh is doing is, he is doing like this. So if I do like this, will she become my friend? First, can I do like this? What should I do? I don't want to bounce on the person before, we are already friends. So we will have to give a lot of respect to the flame before it can become our friends. Can you straight away start playing with the other one as if you are friends? No. So little by little we will become friends. But first thing, if you want to become friends with anybody, and what are we supposed to do? If I want to become friends with again her, what should I do? Talk to her, respect her, spend time with her, yes or no? So she says I have to talk to her. So I ask her, what is your name? So if I ask Arya to come, I start talking. For next 1 hour, I am the only one who is talking this one. Will I get to know her? I have to get to know her before I can make her my friend, right? So I will have to let her speak, and I will have to be a little quiet to listen. At least half of the time I have to be quiet. The other half I can talk. Yes or no? But even before that, when we meet and we want to become friends, we have to be equals. It's not that, no, I am somebody who is good, too good, and you should feel happy to be my friend. No. We have to become equals first. How do we become equal with the flame before we can become friends? We can lie down with your legs back and with your arms in the front, not too close, because before becoming friend with her, I don't want to be too close to her, she will feel uncomfortable. So lie down, legs stretched, comfortable. Suppose if you are too close and if you are breathing on it, it will feel uncomfortable. When can you know that your flame would-be friend is uncomfortable? Your flame will feel uncomfortable. Does it have a mouth to tell you? So how will it tell you? It will start flickering. If it is shaking, it means that it is not comfortable. Something inside is a little shaky. So if you are breathing on it, step back a little bit. If you don't want to breathe on the candle, make it uncomfortable. You are on the same level. You can come a little back. Not too close, but not too far away also. You have to decide when your flame is feeling comfortable with you. When it is comfortable, when it is kind of steady, then it is okay. We are starting nicely. And when you are looking at the candle, no, don't look at it without blinking. It will get afraid that why are you staring at me? So you are blinking normally. Once in a while you give a couple of blinks and then we will. And as you watch, we want to know before we can be friends. What are the things that we can know about this candle? If it had mouth, I could have asked it, come on, talk to me about it. What do you like? What you don't like? What games can we play? What can we talk about? What movie did you watch? But this is not going to talk. So we are going to see what is it that the flame wants to tell us. But when you look at the flame, what catches you first? What is attractive about the flame? Is it something is too bright? Something is like almost magical, mesmerizing? Something is sparkly? Something is attracting you, isn't it? Now, I will be asking you questions throughout, okay? Every one of you will have to answer, and you will answer in your mind, not with your mouth. Okay? Say yes? No. You have to say yes in your mind. Okay? In your mind, not in your mouth. Once again, is it okay? Yes, I can hear you because you are saying yes in your mind. So whenever I ask you something, you keep saying yes or no in your mind. Because if we speak, the flame will get a little disturbed. It will feel uncomfortable. So when you look at the flame, what is the brightest spot in the flame? Most attractive, most captivating. Is it somewhere at the bottom of the flame? Is that where it is brightest? Is it at the topmost? No, right at the tip of the flame? Is that where it is very, very bright? Or is it somewhere in the middle? Somewhere inside the flame, right in the middle. Is that the brightest place? You keep telling yes or no. As soon as no, whenever I ask, you tell it in your mind. So which is the brightest spot in the flame? And you look at it, and when you keep looking at it, it looks so attractive, so magnificent, almost like a hypnotic in its. But this is what type of a brightness? Is it a white brightness? Or is it a kind of a blue brightness? Or is it a little yellowish? Or is it a golden colored brightness? Which brightness is it? And is it one color? Or is it two colors? As you keep looking at it, you will find that the flame, if it has been flickering, it is beginning to settle down. Somewhere it is liking you first because you have not jumped on it. Second, you are respecting it. And third, you are giving it all the attention that you have. And when you look at this flame, you feel almost now reaching out to the flame and probably feel what it feels to touch it, feel it. And this is what we are going to do very, very slowly. As you keep looking at the flame, slowly stretch your hands first in a very protective way so that your hand is surrounding the flame, and just reach out, stretch your hands. We are going to just have a feel. Just place it by the side, not touch it because we are not yet ready. It will start flickering. So just stretch your hands and keep it by the side of the flame. We are not yet ready. I wonder how the flame smells. Does it smell good? Nice? Or does it usually smell like how you smell before taking bath? How does it smell? Slowly see whether you can smell the flame, because every flame has got its own smell. So come a little closer. Your hands should be around the flame just to tell in your mind that don't worry, I'm not going to disturb you. I want to be friends with you. So just bring it and see what is the smell it has. Is it a good smell? If our friend smells good, it is good, no? Then we can really be friends. And come a little closer and look at it. Your friend, the flame completely. If it is flickering, you become still. And whatever happens, if this flame starts flickering, we'll have to bring it back so that it becomes still. If it is still, it means that it is comfortable with you. When you are so close, you almost feel like touching it. And tell your flame friend, it's not a friend, but tell it that I want to be friends with you. Can you please allow me to quickly touch you? Just a little bit. Just ask the flame and then see whether the flame is flickering. It means that no, it's too soon, too fast. Then you come back after 2 days. Or if it is steady, it means it is ready. If it is steady, it's ready. And what we are going to do is we are ready to just touch and feel the flame. So you stick out your pointing finger, we call it index finger, and slowly bring it very close to the flame by its side. And just keep it by the side. So if the flame is like this, you keep your finger by the side, not yet ready for touching, right? And allow the flame to feel comfortable with you. Is it steady? This is steady. This is steady. It's almost getting ready to allow you to touch it. Now when we touch it, if we touch it for too long, it's going to become uncomfortable and it's going to give you a pinch, like that. And if you touch it too fast, then also the flame is not going to like. So what we will do is, a little fast, we will take our finger right across the flame where it is the brightest. If you have any difficulty, just raise your hand. I will come and I will tell you how to do it. So, I am showing you. So, this is what we are going to do. Give me one plate with the lighted candle. So, no, that is too fast. So, we are placing it here and one whoosh, nothing will happen. Now, listen to me first carefully. We think that, listen to me carefully, listen. We have always been told don't play with fire, yes or no? Now, that is because we don't know how to play with it. If we can play with the way we have to play, the fire will respond to us. It's not going to pinch us. So, the trick is, I'm coming. The trick is neither too fast nor too slow. And you will have to discover how you have to do it. Okay? So you are going to place it very close to the flame, comfortably. Watch here, very comfortably, and then one whoosh, nothing happens. If it pinches you, which means you are too slow. If it flickers too much, it means that you are too fast. Just the right speed, place it next to it, and where it is the brightest, just one whoosh. And you will actually find that the flame doesn't pinch you. Yes, 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 excellent. But remember, you are not going to do it like this, like everywhere. Very close, 1 inch away from the flame, where it is brightest, and then one whoosh. Oh, it's getting a little too disturbed. So you have to wait before you try it second time, because it's a little disturbed, right where it is brightest. And you will find that one whoosh and nothing happens. Try it very, very slow without pinching it. If it pinches, you are too slow. If it flickers, you are too fast. What is that speed? You have to ask the flame. What is the good speed? How hard or soft should I touch you? Do it. If anybody little afraid, just put up your hand, I will come. You are little afraid? Okay. So, you have to put your hand right next to it and then tell the flame that I want to just touch you. So, please allow me to touch you, and then you take it. And so, this is it. So, you say, it's already steady. No? See? Even this is too fast. So, this way. So you allow it to become steady. Steady. See? It is a very soft touch. You think it's very, it's burning and then, oh, it's dangerous. But if you do it the right way, very, very soft, almost like touching a velvet. Yes. Yes. Excellent. Already I think everybody's flames have become your friends. Is there anybody who has not done it? Just put up your hand, I will come. I will help you to become friends with your flame. It's like magic, right? Absolutely. You can actually now do it a little slower, little bit slower, not too slow, and feel how does it feel to touch the flame. It's almost like a kind of a velvety, soft, something beautiful. Can you feel it? Not too slow, not too fast. And if you find your flame is not flickering too much, which means that it has decided to become friends with you. But if you want to make it full friend, what do they call it? BFF? What does it mean? Then you have to spend a little more, you'll have to entertain your friend a little bit. You will have to do everything that the flame likes to do. Yes or no? Now, what does the flame like? You have touched the flame. Has the flame touched you? No, I don't know what it means. You came close to the flame. Did you make the flame come close to you?
Yes, sir.
Not really. Flame is sitting there. You have come closer to the flame. Now the time has come to take the flame little closer to us. How do we do it? Not yet. First thing, we are going to sit in front of the flame like how we started, so that we can slowly reach out to the flame. So you sit as you were in the beginning, all the time giving your focus completely to the flame. Don't look at anybody else, because then the flame will think that, oh, he is looking at everywhere, doesn't want to become my friends. Not even for a single second away from the flame until it becomes your BFF. Yes or no? Yes or no? No, say it in your mind, okay? Now we are ready to reach out to the flame, allow the flame to come closer to us. How do we do it? Very slowly put both of your hands right next to where the flame is there. Very gently grab hold of the plate. You are not yet ready to touch the candle directly. Just hold it. Earlier you came down to the level of the flame. Now the flame will have to come up to your level. So you lift it inch by inch, millimeter by millimeter, wherever you are sitting, and see if you can make it come close to the eye level. If the flame flickers, it means that you are taking it too fast. And just keep looking at, if the flame flickers, it's okay, but allow it to settle down. And how do you allow it to settle down? You say, don't be afraid, I want to be your friend. And the second thing, you tell yourself, still. Inside, when you become very, very still, then you will find that the flame also becomes very still. And when you take the flame on both your hands, now you have to feel comfortable, right? So sometimes if we keep holding it, our hands might pain, yes? So if our hand pains, then we give rest to one hand and see, with one hand the flame is steady. Is it liking us? Just give little bit of rest to one of your hand, and if your flame likes sitting on one of your hand, and once your other hand has had enough rest, you change hands. While changing, you change it with super slow motion. Remember how we did it today morning? In super slow motion, you change the plate from one hand to the other hand, keeping your attention all the time on the flame. If it flickers, give it a little bit of time to steady, and you'll find that suddenly it starts shooting up. Allow it to settle down. It will settle down. Once you do two things: one, don't be afraid, I want to be your friend, and second, tell yourself, still, be still, be still. And when when the flame is there, probably the flame is already in a certain sense touching your hands and it has come closer to you, to your level. Maybe it wants to touch you a little more. That's how we become friends, no? Gale laga ke, but we are not yet there. Slowly you stretch your legs in front of you, holding the flame, slow motion. If the flame flickers a little bit, still super slow motion. Give it a little time. And if it is steady, the flame has liked your hands. Do you think it will like our legs also? We don't know. It's too soon to let the flame sit on your legs. How do we know? We will find out. So, it will by itself. Now remember, when we put our hands to it, for 1 second, it felt good. It is only when we put it for too long, it becomes uncomfortable. Yes or no? And sometimes when we do things a little too fast, it will get a little disturbed. Now remember one thing, if it gets a little disturbed and then falls down, nothing is going to happen. You are quickly picking it up and then tell the flame, oh, I am so sorry. I will try my best not to make it fall down. Yes? So even if it falls down, will it hurt you? No. Will it hurt you? No. But if you allow it to be on you for a long time, it might. But we will tell the flame that, oh, little bit of slipping happened, and you pick it up and then you do it. Now can you place it anywhere on your legs and allow it to sit on your legs, like how my grandmother used to keep me when I was a baby. She will always place me on her leg. So keep it very close on your thighs, somewhere close, until the flame settles down. Yes, be very careful. If you shake it and if you aisa vaisa, if you kar denge to, it will get a little disturbed. So carefully. See if you can place it between your legs and ask it to settle down. Where should your attention be? All the time on the flame. If you don't give it full attention, it will say that, ah, she is not interested in me, he is not interested in me, I want some other friend. So give full attention to it. And it is so close. Does it like sitting on your legs, on your lap? Allow it to settle down. If it likes so much sitting on your leg, can we really ask it to sit on the edge of our legs? Will it still be steady, feel safe, feel comfortable? So push your candle a little further down because your legs are together. Carefully keep it in between, far away. Is it flickering too much? If it is flickering too much, allow it to settle down. And if it really doesn't want to, it will jump out. So you quickly pick it up. But we must make it as comfortable as possible. I can already see that several flames have started liking your legs, sitting on the legs. Here, almost all the flames are very, very comfortable. And here too. And just ask, are you feeling comfortable? And you should be able to get the answers and feel the answers, right? What will be the answer? If it is steady, it is ready. Yes. It says, yes, I am feeling comfortable. Because when you lose your balance, what do? You are going for a Kathakali dance, right? So if you see it going for a dance, you know that I am somewhere shaking it a little too much, I am making it uncomfortable. And once you become very, very still, the flame also. In fact, if you look at the flame, after some time, you know, when friends, we come together and start talking together, you pick up certain habits from your friends, no? If it is a good habit, certain way of saying, so we begin to imitate our friends. Your flame will begin to imitate you at some point. How will it imitate? So when you are a little unsteady on the inside, oh, what is going to happen? You will find that the flame is also flickering. It's almost like a mirror. It tells you, like a good friend looking at you will tell you whether you are happy or sad, whether you are steady or unsteady. Yes or no? That is same way. Now this is becoming your friend. It will tell you when you are unsteady. Whenever it tells you that you are unsteady, you have to just become still and steady. And can we take or play a little more with our friends? So you reach out to your friend, grab hold of the plate, and with the fully stretched hand, full stretch, bring it to the eye level, and then see how comfortable you are with it and how comfortable it is with you. One hand or two hand, it's up to you. And if your one hand pains, you know how to change hands very slowly, super slow motion. Can you please ask the flame whether it likes more your right hand or your left hand? So let's keep it with the right hand first and then ask it, do you like my right hand better? If it is getting steady, it means that yes, something is feeling nice about it. Does it like our right hand better, more, or left hand better? Let's find out. So change your hands, super slow motion, flame steady. So which one did it like better? You have to find out, because each flame has got its own mind. Some will like right hand better, some will like left hand better. Maybe it wants to sit on somewhere else, on your own. Now it's feeling very comfortable with you. Can we make it sit on one of our hands? Now, how do we make our friend sit on our hand? We first will have to make a very comfortable place, and then we place it. You will figure out, you will find. Now remember, you will have to tell it that it's very, very safe. If that is so, then you will have to place it very carefully. Remember, when you put it and when you remove your hand, super slow motion. If it's a little shaky, you change. You keep it in a place where you can comfortably sit. So you change your hand this way, that way, and then ask, does it feel good? Does it feel nice? You know, if it were a little child, when you lift the child and keep the child on our shoulders, for the first time, it has always been sitting on the floor, right? Now it has already come to our shoulder level, our hand level, and it feels so good. And how does it like the other hand? Does it like the other hand also equally well? Can we find out? Very slowly. Even sometimes while shifting also, if it gets a little shaky, tell it that it's safe. I'm your friend. I'm your friend. Can you please sit somewhere? See, that is something that you will have to figure out. So did it like sitting on my right hand or on my left hand? You are getting to know your friend better. Did it like your right leg or left leg? Both? That's fabulous. What about the hands? Right hand or left hand? We didn't really check out whether it is right leg or left leg. Now that you are sitting, can we ask it to sit down that way? And then ask, does it very gently place it on your right leg? And then you just have to tell, no, I want to be friends with you again. I want to be friends. And then tell it, I am going to treat you nicely, very slowly. Now when you place it on your leg now, on one of the knees, you gently remove your hand and see whether it is sitting nicely. If it is a little wobbly, you will have to be very steady and place it a little more comfortably. So even if you turn your attention for 1 second, it is going to feel uncomfortable. That is how much we have to pay attention. if we want our flame to be the BFF in our life. And does it equally like your other leg too? Make it sit very, very comfortable, slowly. Don't abruptly remove your hand. Just remove your hand for 1 millimeter and see whether it is comfortable, and then 2 millimeters, and then slowly keep your hands a little away, not too far away. Our hands are ready to give comfort to the flame if it feels uncomfortable, and I think it is feeling very, very comfortable sitting on your shoulders, on your legs, on your stretched leg. How about we try something else? Can we keep it on top of our head? Now, here is the thing. So far, listen to me first. Listen to me first. Listen to me first. We can see the flame all the time. When we keep it on top of our head, will we be able to see it? But we should be able to feel. We are so much connected to the flame that even if we can't see it, we will be able to feel it. Now, when you keep it on your head, don't remove your hands, but keep the hand and feel whether the flame is still or not without looking at the flame. Without looking, we are not looking at it. When you see that no, somewhere it wants to do a sliding down on your head, you immediately hold as you feel comfortable, because you know your friend, and be ready to come to your friend and feel when you are so still, not a 1 millimeter movement. And if you want to keep your hands by the side a little bit so that if it wants to slide down, you are ready to catch it as you feel comfortable. Where should your attention be? Keep your hands very close. The moment it wants to slide down, you are ready to catch hold of it. Now, slowly, with all the attention that you have, reach out and grab very slowly, not even 1 millimeter disturbance, and hold it and bring it back very, very slowly. It loves sitting on your head now. When you bring it back that way, and then ask, you connect once again with, it was trying there. So when you are very, very slow and steady, you should give it assurance that I am not going to suddenly grab you out of my head, but very, very slowly. Bring it back. And now we want to touch it once again to see it is still very much friends with it. So how do we touch it? 1 inch by the side, that is where we start. Feel, connect with it very slowly, very slowly. You will do it. Very slowly, and inch by inch you will have to bring it down. Shall we touch it once again? That velvet feeling, warm. So one swish right in the middle, neither too fast, not too slow, and one more swish. And we are getting ready to play a little more with the flame. You hold the plate, and lie down on your back very slowly. Your complete attention should be on the flame. You hold the flame and lie down with your back on the floor, holding the flame. Super slow motion. And you are holding it almost above your chest or above your stomach. So with one hand, wait, if you feel comfortable, go ahead. It's your friend. Inch by inch. So sometimes when you are lying down, you can make use of your hand, one hand, two hands. It's your friend. First, keep holding the plate, not yet ready to put down. If you're already feeling comfortable, can we put it on our stomach? Because there it's a nice resting place. And when you put it on your stomach, remember, you have to keep breathing. When you breathe in, your stomach becomes bigger or smaller. And you will find, you will discover, your friend will tell you when it becomes bigger. So, ek lamba shwas le lo, and then see how your friend is telling you by nicely rising up. And all the time, your attention is on your friend, whether you can see it or not. Some of you will be able to see it, some of you may not be able to see it. Your attention is on the flame. So take a nice breath and then see how it rises up when you take the breath in, and when you breathe out, gradually it comes down. Where you feel comfortable, and it is still our friend, it is still so steady. And when it is sitting on the stomach, you make it as comfortable as possible. See how nicely he is doing. When he has a cough, he is not disturbing it. And when he is ready, the flame friend is going to come back again. Can we do one more thing? We will hold the plate and raise it so that it comes right at the top of our head. And you will not be able to see the flame, but only the bottom of the plate, but you will have to feel. Now, how do we do it? If you tilt it to one, then it will feel uncomfortable. So, you have to keep the plate parallel to the ground. Now, they are feeling comfortable. So, when you keep it tilted, how will the flame say that, no, I don't like it, keep me steady? It will give you one drop of wax. It will flow onto you if you keep it tilted. But as you are holding it, hold it with full stretched hand, and you will not be able to see the flame, but still you are connected with the flame. Can we have a little more closeness? You bring it down inch by inch, closer to your forehead, inch by inch, inch by inch, closer to your eyes, your forehead. And this time, you keep it, bring it a little closer. Don't leave it on your forehead, because what to do, our forehead is not like the floor, it's not very flat. It's a little teda. So we have to keep holding the plate so that it doesn't slide down. And some of you probably may want to touch the plate with your mouth. Now comes the real test. It's time to take our friend and introduce our friend to little more of other things in the room. What we will do is, we are getting ready to sit and get up. So hold the plate with one hand, because you are going to need the other hand for getting up. If you can get up without any of the hands, it's fine. Slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. And how will you get up without disturbing? I am not going to tell you how, because it's your friend, and you will have to get up in super slow motion. And remember, when you get up, it starts flickering, freeze. Like this. See, I am getting up, freeze. Once it is ready, then I take it a little further. If it is flickering, freeze. Statue game. So, if it flickers, become a statue and slowly get up. Slowly get up. Don't move around. It's not yet comfortable. Very, very slow. Very slow. Very slow. We are not yet ready to move around, because it's becoming comfortable with us. A little more. Wherever you are, just stand. And check your friend, is it still feeling comfortable? Now We are going to take our friend for a ride, but we have to take it very, very slowly. So, first thing we will do is, we are going to take a couple of steps ahead in front of us, all the while holding the flame steady. So, we are almost in slow motion. Very slowly we take one step forward and another step forward, and then we become steady to check if the flame is steady or not. Just 2 steps and then statue. Now remember, if one of your hands are going to pain, you are going to give it a little rest, and then you give the other hand also a little rest, because the more it pains, you become uncomfortable, and if you become uncomfortable, the flame is going to tell you by flickering. So now, 2 steps to the front, it's feeling comfortable. What about 2 steps to the back of us? 2 steps behind us? Very slowly. Very slowly. Did it flicker more when we were stepping back? Because we don't know what is behind, so we are a little bit afraid that we are going to bump against somebody. And the moment you feel the fear, the flame is telling you that no, you are not steady, and the flame is going to flicker. So freeze, become statue, and take one more step behind, this time just ensuring that it doesn't flicker. What is the time? 10. Okay. Now it's much better. How will it feel if we go for one round? Like wherever we are, we go for one round, wherever we are. Will it feel the same? Because this time it's flickering. So slow down. So inch by inch, inch by inch. Just wherever you are, go for one full round. All the time. If you feel that your friend is getting too disturbed, don't hesitate to give it one safe protective hand, so that, but if it isn't needed, it feels very comfortable with you, then you can. Wherever you are, just go around one direction. Maybe if you go around in the other direction, it gets disturbed, try it out. Go around. If it gets disturbed, statue, freeze, and move. Very slowly. It's nice. Can we hold it on one hand and then stretch it all the way and then see whether we are steady? Step by step, slowly. How many can do Vrikshasana when holding it? Do you know what is one leg? Just very, very slowly. Remember? Steady. 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 If it is too difficult, first stretch your legs to the front and then stretch it and then see whether you are able to hold yourself steady. As you feel comfortable. So even if you hold one of your leg up and the other hand to the front, is it steady? If it is steady, that means you are steady. If it is not steady, which means you are steady. See if you can change your leg. You want to hold your leg in one hand? Go ahead. Are you feeling comfortable with it? what you can, and see if you can 5 seconds, if you can be there still. Your friend is going to enjoy your new pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change your pose to something else, and it is up to, it's your friend, and you can entertain your friend. If you want to hold, stretch, stretch, stretch. 5 seconds. 1, 2. I think a lot of people are doing Bharatanatyam dance. See whether you can be steady. What other pose do you do? Ask your flame friend, what type of dance does it want to do? Come up with a different pose. Maybe what we did in the morning, you remember what we did in the morning? We went halfway, comfortable cushion, resting. Can we do the resting? Come down, come down, come down. 1, tell your friend steady, but tell yourself steady. 2, 3, 4. Very slowly get up, very slowly get up, very slowly get up. Do you think we can keep it not on the palm but on the back side? Will it like it? See whether you can give it a nice, comfortable, oh, it's going to be a little wobbly, but I'm going to make it very comfortable. Very slowly. The moment it starts sliding, you know you're not being steady enough. And check your friend, is it still feeling comfortable? Now we are going to take our friend for a ride, but we have to take it very, very slowly. So first thing we will do is, we are going to take a couple of steps ahead in front of us, all the while holding the flame steady. So we are almost in slow motion. Very slowly we take 1 step forward. Yes. Very nice. But feel. See, if one person gets disturbed, it spreads. And come here. So you just, what do you have to tell your friend now? So sorry, but, that's it. Okay. So, बाद में Cadbury chocolate दे देना. Very nice. No dance poses? No dance? I don't know what dance poses you people. Whatever pose you can come up with, little bit more challenging. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's feeling a little uncomfortable. Can you do it with a little more steadiness? Yes. Getting it. Now we will do one more thing. Hold it in your hand. Close your eyes. Comfortably hold it. We are not keeping it on the back side of our, but it's comfortably held. Hold it in your hand. Comfortably, not this way or that way, because we are going to do something which needs all our attention. Is it steady when you are shaking? Now gently close your eyes. Just ensure that you are holding the plate properly, not balancing it, but you are holding it nicely, not just balancing it. And close your eyes. With your eyes closed, can you still feel whether the flame is steady or not? Without seeing it, can you stretch your hand fully to the front and still feel? How many can feel whether this flame? Can you still feel that it is steady without looking at it? Just feel, connect through your hands. Every little flicker of the flame you should be able to feel. And with that, just take one step back with eyes closed. You know something is flickering, and therefore super slow motion. Can you take one step in front of you with eyes closed, still connected to the flame? You don't really need to see the flame because now you are connected to the flame. Feel, the moment it flickers, you feel it inside, you make yourself steady on the inside and you will actually see it is mirroring you, it is like mimicking you. It's become like an ape. You know, when we are friends, we start mimicking our friend. And now, this is the beautiful thing. My friend's friend is also my friend. Can we feel that? This flame has become my friend. But there are so many other friends who are here with their own flame friends. And they are also our friend because our friend's friend is our friend too. Yes? What we will do is start moving a little bit to the front until you come across somebody with whom you feel comfortable to exchange your friend. You give your friend to your friend and get his friend. Now when you are exchanging it, remember, don't make the other flame friend uncomfortable. So at the moment of exchange, you become statue and slowly, when you are about to exchange, because your friend is going to get very much disturbed, it will say, I don't want to go. If it says, I don't want to go, you respect it and don't go for the exchange. But when you are about to exchange, at that moment, statue, and have you done? You got a new friend? Now this new friend, it's not your friend straight away. You have to pay attention to it. Look at this friend just as you did with your previous friend. Where and how bright is it? Is it the same bright as the previous one? Look, maybe it has got little more brightness at the bottom or at the top. I don't know. Maybe this is a little bluish, blackish. Just observe. This is a new friend. All friends are not alike. He says, what is different in this friend? And tell this new friend that you too are my friend. I too am your friend. In your mind, and tell that because my friend's friend is my friend too. And whoever is my friend, at some point, can you keep your friend with you all the time, like 24 hours and 2-3 months? At some point, your friend will say, Baba, bahut ho gaya, so I am going to go and meet somebody else. Yes or no? Sometimes 24 hours, one day it is okay, but 2 days, 3 days, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, 2 years, it can't stay forever with you, right? But what we are going to do is, we are going to leave our friend in the safest place possible in this room. Where are we going to leave our friend? The time has come to say a little goodbye to our friend, but there is a way of saying goodbye to the friend. If we had more time, we would have done all. Maybe some other time you can try. Are you still afraid of the flame friend now? What a wonderful friend, isn't it? Now we will have to properly tell a little bit of goodbye. What we will do is, starting from here, we are going to make a little space. We are going to go in front of Sri Aurobindo and then keep our plate there and then step back. But when you step back, you know that where you have left your plate, keep an eye on that. Alright? From here, we will go to, we don't have to write because all friends are our friends. This friend will go to some other place, it will become somebody else's friend. But we don't have to have anything else. Just go there, just keep it a little closer to Sri Aurobindo so that everybody gets the space to keep it. Now the people who are behind, if you want to make a design, so you can come up with your own design. Okay? So once you have put the plate, and if you want to keep it in one particular, no, let them make their own design, because our mind wants it to happen in a certain way. They have their own plan. You keep it, make whatever design,
A diya. Spiral. A spiral.
whatever, without talking, जो भी spontaneous, whatever comes to you spontaneously. Once you have put it, just be a little slow so that they can come back, go back, and then stand behind, but don't go away very far. Without talking, naturally whatever design comes, जो मन में आता है वो करो. And somebody who is coming behind will change the design also. That is also fine. Once he is yet to keep it, they will know. They will follow the instruction. So whoever keeps it, very slowly turn around, because there are other flame friends and flame friends are all standing, without disturbing. And just stay behind, don't go far away. And when you keep the flame down, say bye-bye, we will meet again soon. Very slowly, step back. When you step back, other friends are there, so you have to be careful. Okay, they will do it. Let them be. When we give too many instructions, it becomes our program. Just look at your other friends also. You just have to respect other friends too. And I want everybody to sit here looking at your flame, because once they step back, you should be able to see the flame. Sit down, everyone. Sit down. The taller ones can sit a little behind. And you can kneel down also. You just have to look at the flame. That's it. Careful with your friend.
Come here. Come this way.
Sit down once you have. Sit down.
You come here. Come here.
So if some of you wants to sit there so that you can see, you can sit there too. It's fine, wherever. That's okay. Now, all are your friends. It's not, this is only my friend and this is only my friend. We have exchanged our friends also. All the flames are our friends. And now, you can choose one flame, the same one you kept if you can identify, otherwise choose one flame. And then look at it, because it's your friend with all the other friends. It's a friends group now. I think when I go back, we will create a Facebook group of our friends. We will name it. But when you look at the flame friend, you remember how it is reflecting whatever is happening inside you. So when you look at it steadily with lot of love, you will find that all the flame, the one that you are looking at, becomes steady. Just give it 1 minute, your complete attention, give it all the love, and assure that yes, this flame is mirroring what I am inside. And as you keep looking at it, remember which was the brightest part. See whether you can locate the brightest part. Is this in the middle or at the top or at the bottom? Just to see where is the brightest part. And as you keep looking at it, you are going to imagine what I am going to tell you. With your eyes, you capture the brightness and then take it into your eyes and close it. So you capture the brightness with your eyes, so that even when you are closed your eyes, still the flame will be burning in your mind's eye. Just close your eyes and imagine this flame, it's still burning. And imagine that this flame is entering you through your eyes. So once you have captured the flame, take it through your eyes and take it all the way to your heart. With your eyes closed. Right now, where is the flame? You have taken it inside your heart. Is it burning there? Yes, with flickering very much, because it's a new place. Remember what you have to do? Remember what you have to take it inside? Hey Babu, close your eyes and take it inside. Close your eyes. Take it inside. Where is the flame now? Somewhere in the heart. Is it flickering? Yes, of course. First time you allow it to settle down so that it flames is burning steadily inside your heart. Very, very steady. You remember what a steady flame looks like, and make it burn very, very steady in your heart. So much so that there is a beautiful light which is spreading and filling your entire body. It's a very bright, steady flame. No flickering at all, because it feels so safe to be sitting inside your heart. Why? Because heart is a place where we have plenty of love. So in that love place, steady flame, it is burning so brightly because it is so happy now. And as it burns, imagine that that brightness is filling your entire body, almost as if your whole body has become a flame. How lovely it is. You remember the velvet, beautiful, soft touch, and your body is filled with that beautiful velvet touch light without heat. Now that is the difference. It's a very comfortable light burning steadily inside your heart. And remember that as long as this is steady, when you open your eyes, and as long as you are in touch with it, everything that you do will be the best. If you read, study, if you sing, if you dance, if you write poetry, if you do yogasanas, if you do sports, whatever you do, as long as you know that you are connected with the flame. We have befriended. Befriend ka matlab? Making friend. So we have befriended the flame, not the one outside, but that was a mirror, but the real flame is inside our heart. And with that beautiful feeling, open your eyes, and this is the nice. There is a way of sending off this flame, and there is a way, if you do it with love, the flame is going to love. And thoda bura lagta hai, when we send off our best friend, how do we feel? A little pinching will be happening. Now, only those who are ready to do a direct send off to the flame friend, you can try. Those who just want to watch, you can watch, because it's going to be a little difficult to send away our friend. Okay? How do we send away our flame with all the love? Only one or two can try. So we say, thank you, flame. Wait. Not everybody. Now, it's just with all the love. If you do it with all the love, still it will be a little pinch will be there. So one by one, you come. Now, very quickly, now it is so slightly at the bottom. Wait. Slightly at the bottom, little more. At the bottom, that black wala ending spot, that is where you have to. Okay, little pinching, that is best friend, na? Okay, you come. Wait, one. Two, thoda pinching? Not much, You do it only one? Here at the bottom. So here at the bottom, like this, and then one patak. I think your friend was feeling too much.
Sir?
So you have done one?
No, sir.
Okay, first.
Sir, I'm feeling very scared.
Naturally, because it's your friend, no? If you have done it, can you step back? So at the bottom of the black? See if you can do it with two fingers. Little more, quickly at the bottom.
Jai Shri Ram.
Bottom.
Sir, they like a sliding landslide, so I can't.
Just that's okay. You slide sideways, you put it.
Sir,
Remember, how do you have to do it? With all love. हाँ? Okay.
करो मेरी है मैं ये कर रहा हूँ
So you move back? You move back?
I have not done it.
Not it done? Okay.
Sir, he.
हाँ.
How can
This? हाँ. जरूर. जरूर. हाँ. This is whose flame? Anybody remember?
I'm not seeing a light. Sir, that one is mine. Ma'am, this is sir, this is mine. Sir,
What
that
is?
one is mine.
That is yours?
Yes, sir. Sir, that one. Sir, that is. Sir, that one.
This.
Sir, that one is mine.
हाय मेरी है थैंक यू
हाँ.
Sir, that one.
This?
Sir, no, sir.
Who wants to try? This is a big flame. Big boy.
देयर इज
Yours?
that one?
हाँ. प्यार से हाँ?
सर मुझे भी
अनिकेत हो गया क्या सूर्यांश
It needs a little friendship.
Sir, I destroyed my friend.
Yes.
चलो
All right. Come back.
चलो को
Thank you, my friend.
We will meet again.
We will meet again.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.